Hello, world. Welcome to OnlyFillers Podcast, the crust to your pizza. I'm LDJ, and with me, always, Sabusa TV, aka The Real Brew. What's up, Fish?
Not much. A lot of things going on the non on the personal side of things, but I'm okay. I'm alive. Things keep going. You gotta keep going, putting your best face, no matter what. But good overall, good. No
Okay,
drama. No drama.
no drama. Do you like the crust in the pizza?
I love it. My wife she doesn't like it that much, and he leaves me the her little pieces of crust, so I
Mhm.
end up eating extra crust.
Extra crust, Yeah, it's good. It's good sometimes. No one buys a pizza only for the crust, but
Mhm.
it's the filler of the crust of the pizza.
Yeah, yeah, but without a good crust, there's no good pizza because the
Yeah,
crust is pretty much half, more than half of the pizza.
no,
No.
no. Then you're being stolen. If a pizza slice, the crust is more than half of the pizza, that's a robbery. Yeah, that's cheating. It should be the crust should be like the 10% of the slice of the pizza, and you eat it. That you eat the sauce and the cheese and whatever filling you have, and then you get to the crust, and then if you are not hungry and it's still crunchy and good, you eat it. I usually eat like one slice with the full crust, all the crust, and the second slice, for example, if I'm only having two slices, I will I will eat half of the crust or something like that and leave it to Sandra or something because I'm full. It's the filler for me. It's the filler of the pizza. It's just to you know
To complement the toppings.
complement the sauce and the toppings, and that's it. It should be like 10-20% of the pizza. If it's more, then you just need to buy a bread. If it's more than 50%, then just buy a bread and eat bread with Coca-Cola, old Colombia. So this week, man, gaming is happening. A lot of presentation showcases, as they call them now. It's more, um, I don't know, it's more sexy to call them showcase instead of just a presentation, but yeah, it's a presentation. um, yeah, a lot of them, right? It's
It's just I don't know. They notice the obvious, and it's how if they do it themselves, they have full control over a few things. They do their own like presentations and all that, and that way they capture all the attention.
Yeah.
And that's pretty much it. And like, okay, I don't have to go to I don't know X point in the world and pay this guy for my part in the event, and obviously they are going to overcharge them. I don't have to pay this much stuff. I will only pay what I think I need. Full control is always good. Especially for a company.
It's cheaper, it's better. You're not showcasing or competing for a spotlight in a presentation. No one is going to steal your spotlight. You can design like your slate and the order in which you're going to showcase your games, and you can have like a full like a full storyline and end up with a bang, as usually they do. Yeah, and you get all the spotlight. So yeah, and everyone chooses a different date, right? So today is Xbox, and then the next day is Ubisoft, and then you have the PC showcase, and then you have the, whatever, and the summer games. So then you have the indies. So everyone is spread out nicely, and each day is a different story, and the people that cover, like the journalists and the people that go to these events and cover these events, then they can have like one day for each, uh, let's say, company, and then they can just talk and produce all the information and all the journalism that we consume, which is nice. So I think this is a good format that all these companies they have implemented, so I cannot complain. So today we're gonna go directly to talk about two of them. We're gonna try our best to jam it up. We're not very Xbox guys, but there is we're gonna try to be, like um, in general games fans, and then try to be positive and just for what we see try to give our opinion. So we're gonna go fast through Xbox and Ubisoft and talk deeply about a couple of games that caught up our attention and the internet's attention, and that's gonna be it. I think it's gonna be fun. I think both of these presentations were good. I don't know if you agree. They were good. A lot of games.
Yeah, I like them. Like at least, especially on the Xbox, specifically the Xbox side of things. We actually got some news from them because from the past, I think I want to say 2 years, we haven't heard much. And the last release, which was Redfall, wasn't pretty. Is still not pretty, and it got you thinking. It gets you thinking about what's their deal, what's going on with them. Are they actually trying? I don't know, and it makes you worry because I keep saying this and I keep telling you this that uh, I don't I want Xbox to still be a console focused company
They are
in a
not.
way. Yeah, they're not anymore, but I still want them to be because is a good market for everyone at the end of the day.
Yeah, that ship has sailed. Yeah, that's not happening. Let's start then with Xbox Showcase. I think Xbox did a good job to settling those doubts like that you have explained, right? And I think Xbox fans left this presentation with a sense of relief, at least for the time being. Waiting for Starfield, but we're gonna talk about that. So they started with Fable and the money shot and the controversy around why do they have to make her ugly. It's a different departure. Let me put that up. This is a different departure from other fables, right? Different, very different, very different. For starters, this guy, man, this guy takes me out of the immersion of a because this guy is a character in a TV series, you know.
Yeah, he's basically playing the nerd guy, the Simpson nerd guy, explaining everything with detail and justifying all the decisions. Like the character is like this, and yeah, he's from the UK. I can't
Sitcom.
remember his name. Yeah, he's famous,
Yeah,
obviously.
the IT guy. Yeah,
IT guy, that one,
so
IT guy.
he's basically doing the same character in a fable like very high fantasy world, which it took me out of the game. It felt like meta, and then the lady protagonist, which the internet has taken a issue on because she's ugly, and they deliberately made her ugly, and I don't know why. There is in some spaces a trend to make female characters ugly, uh, because if they are hot or beautiful, then it's I don't know, an unreal standard for women, but that doesn't happen with men. When you see Kratos, we don't see, "Hi, I'm not like that." No, we aspire, but yeah. So the internet said, okay, she's ugly. Why do you have to make her ugly? Make her average at least, or standard. Why ugly? And I thought it was the case. What do you thought about Fable? Let's talk about a little bit Fable.
I we mentioned it like a few streams ago. Can't remember how long. I did mention that they had this IP
Mhm.
and they were not doing anything with it, which I found strange. And here they go, showing a full ass trailer with a new Fable in mind, which is being talked about for years now. Because I can't remember the last time Fable was out. Fable 2 was really, 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 really long ago. And I know I think. Well, I like everything I say with these games that because this game is a cinematic trailer. Basically, it's not.
Yeah,
They,
yeah.
they,
It's
they didn't.
it's long.
They
It's not coming in 2023 or 2024.
Yeah, they didn't
Okay.
show any gameplay or anything like that.
It's just a
Everything was
concept trailer.
yeah, everything was scripted. So man, if I hope it goes well. That is that sells a lot, and
Did you
that
like the direction they're
I,
taking Fable?
I still don't get the IT guy trying to sell on it.
Giant IT guy versus a
I
small ugly main character.
I don't know if it's going to be a part of the actual game or it was just there to show, like, oh, okay, hey, we are trying to sell you this. But no idea, no idea. With these trailers, you have to wait. You have to
Yeah,
wait and see
this is
what the end product is going to be because
this is long in production, right? This is why they don't show gameplay because this is still like far away. So they are just showing you that they are working on it and that this is like the creative direction that they are going for. At
hmm.
least the main character and the world. I didn't like it, man. I also yeah this is I also was happy at the beginning to see okay they're doing something with Fable. That's good. Xbox fans are gonna be happy with this, right? But then when I saw the IT guy and the giant and the main character, it didn't show me like old Fable. All the old Fable um, were like these RPG high fantasy, but they were good and they were enticing, right? And I saw
Hmm.
Felipe play it, and when I saw it, it was enticing. Like, oh man, maybe I need to uh, give this game a try. But that doesn't happen with this, at least this presentation. The whole dynamic or that they are going for here, I think it's very different to what Fable franchise was, and I don't know. I didn't like it. I think they miss it, but we'll have to see because many people are expressing some same um, feedback, and so maybe they will try to shift a little bit from this. But yeah, I didn't like it. That's the truth. Um, this is also just a trailer, like a cinematic trailer for a concept, right? Again, the concept game. I loved the animation and this like old South, like blues, Delta blues type of scenarios. Like Crossroads demons from back in Supernatural. Like that type of place in American history. I love it, and I love the low FPS animation that they are going for here.
Shaking
Uh,
bumps. Been a while.
so yeah, this
So, you
this
remember that
game,
favor you
this
owe me?
cinematic doesn't tell you anything about anything of the game, just
I'm
like the
looking for a
feel and the
creature.
animation that they're going for.
Huge,
I like it.
spiky,
It was
teeth like knives.
surprising just to see because you don't see this type of artistic takes on video games anymore, and
No?
yeah, I just like the,
Well,
the
hey, how about
the
you
art.
guys?
I think I'm Felipe now. Uh,
Nobody?
but yeah, I was happy with the art and the place like in South US, blues
Sneaky.
type of swamp. I love it. I love that type of place. And
No, definitely. Good music hits hard in a game, or at least original focus music. Like, okay, when you hear something, you think about that X game. When I hear this, I think about it takes me back to this. So that's cool, definitely. Sadly, doesn't show anything else, so you're like, okay,
yeah,
thank
this
you.
is all very down the line. Yeah, yeah, just a concept. Just okay, cool. Thank you. Now, this is Star Wars Outlaw. We're gonna talk about this more in the Ubisoft presentation, so we're not gonna stop. I like the cinematic trailer. Great cinematic trailer. Great engine for rendering. Great characters. I love this little dude. They're going for a women type of character, just as in Rogue One. It's basically the same stereotype of women, almost the same haircut. I
Hmm.
found that interesting. That I don't know if she's gonna be Jim Erso or if she's just gonna be another woman that has the same haircut, and because this is almost in the same um, time, right? When the empire is it's in his in its apex, and you have these little pockets of um, other type of businesses going on with in the outer rim with the syndicates. I love that they're going for a syndicate storyline that hasn't been done like in very much in games. Obviously, in Clone Wars and in Rebels, you had a lot of storylines with the syndicate. So it's good that it's gonna come like into the main frame, into the main. Um, yeah, it's good. It's good to have like a different type of Star Wars story with syndicates. I love the syndicates in Star Wars, something like. But yeah, we're gonna talk about that more. Let's just move forward. Yeah. Okay. You can talk more when you want. Girl. Let's see another one.
Oh,
You remember this one?
yeah. I saw. I found it really a little bit crazy that 32. I think it's 32 or 30 something people
33, I think.
play. Yeah, playing around and on the same. But hey, it is like I have a special place for this type of games that because you don't they don't have like the triple A budget or
Yeah.
the amazing graphics and all that, but then you end up playing them and they're just fun. They never forget that they are a video game, which
Yeah.
is which is amazing, and it was very free.
Yeah. I want to make a video game like this. That's like my dream. Yeah, it's good. It's good. These type of video games, and I think Xbox is going. It's going for a lot of these middle of the pack type of video games, right? That they are not the AAA. They are not completely indie because obviously they're being sponsored by Xbox. But yeah, 33 Immortals. This is a co-op, so you can play with 33 other people online, and which is crazy just to think about 33 people. Yeah.
uh, Payday. Payday. I don't know if you ever played Payday.
The first one, no, 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 no.
I played Payday 2. I never played Payday 1. Payday 2 was, I imagine this, I played it back in PlayStation 3, and the only reason I played it was because it was free on the PlayStation Plus back then, now PlayStation Essential,
Mhm.
and it was fun. It was surprisingly fun. The premise is simple yet deep, and you can play with friends, which is always it's always fun. It's always fun to strategize around something. The I can't remember how many people you need. If it's three or is
I think
how
it's.
big
I think it's
how big is
three.
your squad? I don't know
Okay.
if it's three or four. I was
Four.
gonna say four, but
Yeah.
if you have the four people, cool. If you don't, and I don't know, but
Yeah.
it's fun. I hope I wish is another deep as deep as the original one. I can't. This one I don't remember.
Yeah, I love the what I saw from the Payday 3. Yeah, it looks like a fun game. This
Oh,
is just
Persona.
another anime anime type of. Okay, yeah, this is Persona 3 Reload. Which there's a huge fan base for this, so it's good for them to see that Persona is it's coming. I don't know if they released date. I think they didn't. Persona 3 Reload. Yeah, they didn't. Early 2024. Okay, yeah. So this is next year, which is good. At least they know what they're getting next year, and it looks like they will have a good 2024. And they at least know because we as PlayStation owners, we don't know what the hell's gonna go come in 2024. But yeah, they do. This is Is it Assassin's Creed? No, no, this is
No, I
Obsidian.
thought the same, but no, this is like a royale, I think.
This is
Like,
about. Is this? Yeah, this is about. So this game has been like shown a little bit, and it has changed. This is about. This is a new
oh,
IP. Obsidian is going for. It did what for what I read. It did like a good. It did change from what they have shown in style to what they are showing here. So basically, before it was darker, and now it's going for a more hypey vibe. Like I don't know if you want to call it like type of Bioshock or I don't know. It's different. Southernlands, some stuff like that. But I don't know. This is about. It's called.
yeah. If you want, just turn the volume a little bit down because I think it's a bit high on the video end.
Okay, let me do 50%. Yeah, there you go. It should be better. What do you think? Yeah, improved.
I think, yeah.
Yeah, yeah. I did half of it. Okay, thank you. So that's about. It didn't get me, to be honest.
No, I like it's. I know it's good that they keep they release and release games, but sometimes it's like, man, how when's it gonna end, or at least there's must be a break for someone somewhere.
About yeah, about it's just first person like slash or action. It doesn't. I don't know. It doesn't translate well. Having a first person type of melee combat. I don't know. I don't know. That formula hasn't worked, and I don't think it's gonna work. If you're gonna do melee, you need third person type of camera and action or top down or something different. First person is not for melee, in my opinion. Sea of Thieves again. This is again the theme of Xbox for me is at least for this all these Game Pass games is the middle of the pack. A
Hmm.
lot of these we are not AAA, we are not indie, but we're like a lot of this fun middle of the pack niche game that you can play. I think that's what their strategy is going for. Like this is not a AAA, and we don't want to be game of the year with Sea of Thieves or with About, but it's like your niche game that you're gonna have a lot of those and you can play. I think that's the strategy. That's what I got from this whole presentation. A couple of big hitters, but Star Wars is Ubisoft, so that's gonna come to PlayStation 2, and Fable is an exclusive for them. But other than that, it's just a lot of these middle of the pack. Um, what
This
what's it?
was this. I can't remember. This flight simulator or something.
Let me just check. It looks like a flight simulator. Yeah, I think it is. This is Microsoft Simulator.
Microsoft simulator. Pretty much. This is
Yeah,
a really niche game because you have to actually get the most out of it. You gotta have a lot of peripherals and stuff like that to to sell you on the full experience. But
didn't yeah didn't they show like you had like a skin to play with a Dune? Um, I don't know if they didn't show it here. This one, I think the Dune helicopter you can play with. Yeah, so you can play with this helicopter in Flight Simulator with the Dune. Yeah,
oh
which is
yeah, the hummingbird
yeah
helicopter.
yeah. It's more like a dragonfly type of deal, but yeah, you can play with this in Flight Simulator now, which is fun if you're a fan of Flight
We have
Simulator.
just wrapped up of action and
Okay,
intimate journey.
Hellblade 2. Hellblade 2. I think this did look good. Yeah, this was one of the good, like, wow, they're going there.
She needs her help with a problem.
These are cinematic trailers. Again, not much, but the art and the graphics, they look great. This one did look great, and is going for a more darker theme, I guess. Uh, but there is
Where are
no
you?
there is no
What do you want me
gameplay.
to do?
Yeah, the first game really good, and it was really niche, like different, and it's supposed to have a good premise and all that. I've seen gameplay of the original. This looks like yeah, like a sequel, like an actual full sequel to it.
Yeah, it is. It is. This is your game.
Yeah, Ichiban now goes to Hawaii for what I think, what it looks like, and with
Yeah.
the usual Japanese humor here and there, because obviously he and they didn't show anything. I think this is supposed to be like a Dragon 8, full continuation of the like a Dragon 7 uh, streak. Yeah, like most likely is Hawaii because Hawaii is like the closest thing to Japan,
Japan, yeah. And also
American wise.
California. Yeah, but yeah, I think it's Hawaii. So yeah, they didn't show anything. It just like a Dragon early 2024. This will come to PlayStation as well, I guess. They are
Yeah,
just
eventually. I found it interesting that they are not showing the logo anywhere.
yeah, they don't want to say that. Yeah, look for it like a Dragon Infinite Wealth. If this is the name, like
Yeah, that's the like the name. I read a little thing, a little bit about it. Is it feels like it's going to be like a Dragon 8 because they're trying not to use the numbers anymore because they don't want people to think like, oh, there's 7 games behind, so you gotta actually play all them to get the full story, and that's why also they changed the name. It's not Yakuza anymore. It's like a
like a
dragon.
Dragon. Yeah, but Yakuza is like yeah. I'm on the official website. Yakuza is little like a little subtitle up.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so it's coming to PlayStation 2 at the same time, and PlayStation 5, 4, Windows, Xbox, Steam, but Microsoft didn't want to say that here. But yeah, so they just
Yeah,
Xbox.
it's happening.
Yeah, it's a Japanese game. Obviously, it's releasing also. Bethesda showcases like expansion for Fallout 76, which has some niche fan base still going on after a rocky start, and yeah, people are happy with this. Um, yeah, Fable has a Bethesda has a unique style in these games, and Fable has its unique like I don't know take on post-apocalyptic, which
Yeah,
is fun. I think it's
the,
fun.
the Fallout franchise is weird. I really enjoy Fallout 3 and I really liked it, but I wasn't able to play anything else after it. Maybe when I played was like the perfect time to play it, and that's why I'm not able to. But in Fallout 76, it was a nightmare, like you said. And they're trying to try to pay to the people that all for all those mistakes.
Yeah. But yeah, people are still playing. What I've seen is that people are still playing. This was also a very dark game out of nowhere. Very colorful, but weird and psychedelic type of game. Which
Yeah, I thought it was Onimusha, which was a PlayStation game. I don't know what happened to that franchise. I never read what happened to them. But it's not. It's a different game, completely
Path,
different game.
Path of the Goddess, it's called.
Yeah,
It's a new IP.
looks good. At
It's
least the concept.
trippy as hell type of game. Path of the Goddess. There you go. They are not gonna tell you. This is Capcom. Yeah, they're not gonna tell you
Yeah,
if, if
people.
it's
Well, Capcom has been rolling hard on everything lately, so. And
yeah.
yeah, well, racing games, I not much into them.
Yeah, we're not racing type of
Uh,
players. Yeah,
This is no for no. This is not Forza, or this is no.
this is Forza. Yeah, Forza.
This is Forza. Oh, okay.
Forza Motorsports. Yeah. I don't know. I played Need for Speed back in the day, like two of them that they were cool, and then
Yeah, but the hard concept of this game is that is the how close to the actual real thing. It's basically a flight simulator, but for cars. So
Basically.
you need the steering wheel, like the actual, yeah, and those are expensive.
Expensive as hell. Yeah, man.
And the worst thing, well, if you got the money, good. But the worst thing for them is that you need like an actual setup to play them. Like you need like a specific set of chair and like a table to actually get the closest feeling to a wheel, to a car, and it's just it's a nightmare to set up.
It is. Elder Scrolls Online, a new expansion
I
with Necron. That game's still going, man. You may not like it, but that game is
No, they keep releasing it and it keeps selling.
it
People
keeps selling. Bethesda.
people love it. Otherwise, they wouldn't keep releasing it.
Yeah, this is like an expansion. I don't know, Necron. Then we have Overwatch 1.2. They are releasing a campaign. I don't know what they're calling it.
This is supposed like a be. This is supposed to be like what they actually finished from the
Yeah,
solo experience, which it looks actually really good, and you wonder yourself, it looks good. Why did you stop?
yeah, that's the sad part. You know that this looks good, and this was like in the idea of what they promised that didn't deliver. So it's sad to see that it is good. You know, it's sad to see that. Oh man, this could have been a great
Yeah,
game, but now
like
we have to wait for these mini recycles of what they finished.
and they all these assets and all these environments and all these things, they're just gonna end up being maps,
Story
little
mission.
pieces, little pieces of maps or cinematic things, and that's it. Which is sad. It's like you get these talented
Did they-
people doing this.
Did they rebuff Tracer's ass? Yeah, they did.
Looks like it. I don't know anymore.
Yeah, they did. They gave her a nice bun again. Okay, so that's Overwatch 1.2. Story mode. I don't know if you're gonna have to buy the story. The story.
No, it's supposed to be included because Overwatch now, as we know it, is a free game.
But
That's
that's
it.
but the PVE side was supposed to be bought. I don't know.
I can't remember anymore, especially with their.
I don't know.
Oh, there's another persona.
Another persona.
Yeah, this is a persona game, but tactics.
Persona 5.
Think of Final Fantasy Tactics, but persona.
Yeah, I see that. Yeah, Final Fantasy Tactics like Persona. A lot of Persona.
Yeah, Persona has like a bigger movement than the Yakuza franchise because a lot of people love it. Like Persona 4 or 5, I think it was the one that bring a lot of public. So that's why they're re-releasing Persona 3 and most likely Persona 4 and now Persona 5. But this is like the third game on the Persona 5 spin-off. So this is crazy.
It's crazy. So Starfield. I think we can play. We can talk about this one right now, just to have a complete because there's a lot of stuff here. So Starfield is coming September 6th, which is almost
Now,
it's
just now.
almost here, and it looks great. I think this is the big seller for them. I'm gonna show something here while we talk. Starfield Direct, yeah. So they did something. It's beautiful. Let's start by that.
It looks
in
pretty.
over 25 years.
It looks
but it's still a
pretty
Bethesda RPG
pretty
through and
as
through,
next
where
gen
you
as
step into
a
a new
game
world
can be
and
with
you get that
their
feeling
art
of
direction. You know,
unlimited
it has that
possibilities.
feeling
But
of
this time, it's not just one world.
Bethesda type of game. I don't know.
Yeah.
Right. That
It's over
art
1,000 worlds.
take that they have. So
Because
you
the
see
choice
any
of
game
where
of
to go
Bethesda and
is
you
not
know,
ours,
okay, this is
it's yours.
Bethesda. Um,
Yeah, if you want, just
And it
the
wasn't until
the
now
volume of the
that we have
video
the
is really
technology
high. I don't know. It
Okay,
looks, it
yeah,
sounds really cinematic.
yeah.
And I understand why they
Mountains
put a
distance
lot of effort on the sound,
to
but
the people and creatures
Yeah.
who
I
So
live in these
it,
worlds.
my
it's
maybe I got one concern, and maybe you can tell me
That
about this
isn't just a
because
backdrop.
I
There's
know this
actually
game
there
looks
for
good and
people.
all that,
Yes,
but I
you
keep
can visit it too.
reading or looking at things, and they keep saying
Be really
30
easy to simulate
FPS cap,
the
and
galaxy around you.
I don't,
yeah.
I
No, no,
Next
that's
generation lighting
confirmed
model
for
uses
the
real-time global
Xbox
illumination to light the world's
OS and
face like a
X. They
hyperstar
capped
okay.
in a
it
makeup
at
for
30
the
FPS,
planet's atmosphere.
and the guy explained it, and it was an interview that Tom, I think it's the
We
name of the
also have
director,
an all-new
did
animation
with
system,
IGN,
and of
which
course,
he explained
you can
that
play it in third person,
they like paid a lot
and you
of
can play it in
detail to
first
the
person.
environment, and they want people to really enjoy the environment, so they cap it at 30
We
fps.
love
But
exploration
he
and
said that
reporting it, but you do
most of
explore
the time it
differently
can
in this
go up,
game,
and
given
but
its
it's
scale.
capped at 30 fps.
That usually involves exploring an
And
area you've
so
landed in.
that all the details
You
of
can
the
collect
world that they
resources.
created can be appreciated. And he
Do
said
a
that,
mission, and
that's
maybe even
that's their
stumble upon
decision, because
something
they really
unexpected.
want people to enjoy um, the all that they did. They said that this is the game that they had done the most handcrafted art and yeah, and the scenario. So yeah, they really want to showcase that. Yeah, I personally love the 60 FPS type of setting. So when I play a video game, I like when they have uh, the performance mode or the hybrid mode that it is like shifting. For example, Miles Morales, it
We
had a
do love
third
stuff, and all
mode
of the items
where
allow you
it
to pick
was
everything
60
up,
FPS,
and you can
but
evolve
the
in
resolution
your
and the
data
detail
view.
was
This is the hub for
how to
everything you're
say
doing,
it,
from your skills to your
dynamic.
ship, your
So
missions,
when you
Mm.
and
had
your inventory.
stuff close to the
We love to
character,
pack
that
a ton
stuff
of
was
detail into every
high
object,
high
from all of your
detail, but
weapons
stuff in the
to your
background
spacesuits
weren't. And they also
to
removed
food
like
we
some
use to
assets, so
obsess over
it
the
was a
details,
different
and
experience.
food we
I
obsess over
personally
too.
like more
When you're
the
done
60
exploring,
fps,
you can
especially
walk back
if
or
it's
fast
a
travel to
combat
your ship.
heavy video
We
game.
have companions and crew
But
you
they
can
say
meet.
that it plays
I
really good,
left
and I
Foster here
guess
back at my
people would
ship,
have to play it if they play it
and he
on
can
a
even say your
console, on
name.
an Xbox.
Let's head there.
On the PC, you can go. It's not capped, so people can
Okay,
enjoy
yeah,
the machine.
because that the 30 FPS take on, especially on FPS, is weird, and people really get annoyed by that. I don't mind.
Starts with
I'm
the planet,
been playing on
and then
console
you
for a long
all the
time,
planets that
and
have
30
been in the
FPS is like,
galaxy
okay,
to collect
obviously
different skills for
60
your ship.
looks much better, but if they get the most out of it, I don't mind. I wouldn't care.
And the game looks beautiful, and it looks
Right.
like they paid a lot of attention to details in everything. And so I get what they said, but yeah, there's combat, but it's not a combat focused game. It's more for what they said in all this deep dive. It's more like an exploration slash building and conquering type of game, more than just heavy combat. This is not Call of Duty.
Right.
Even though it's first person shooter, it's not Call of Duty.
Constellation.
Uh, so they know that, and they went for this. So
So alien.
yeah,
And I'm
you're gonna
certain
be
one of them
traveling
reached out
worlds,
and
maybe
spoke
doing
to you.
battles in the spaceships, in the spacecraft,
The artifact.
and then
Place it on the table.
maybe you go in a planet and
Look
you
at how it's coming
gather
together.
some materials, or you are building your base. Maybe you have to obviously fight a couple of times and stuff like that. So it's very varied, the type of minute to minute gameplay. It's not just shooting like Call of Duty. Again, in Call of Duty, the only thing that you can do is shoot. Here you can build your base, you can build your ship, you can gather materials, you can fight others with FPS. You can also fight with your ship. So there's a lot of types of gameplay. The space guy, that's funny. Yeah, I think it looks good. The only thing that can derail this game at this point is just bugs. If there are bugs, and they say they delay it, they delay the game
Yeah,
just to
a,
fix bugs.
a bad release or a really messy launch will kill the game on the spot, especially after all these legally bad games that been going out to the market.
This looks
Oh,
beautiful.
you
This is
me dust.
their best shot of having a good game in a while.
This is the
The
first
premise
time
looks good. I love the premise.
challenge
This is
the
the only
wild.
game that I've said, okay, maybe I wish I could give it a try, but I cannot. Um, but it looks very, very good, and the gameplay and everything that you can do if you wish to do it, it just looks amazing. So yeah,
About that?
good for them, good for Bethesda. This in this concept art and this gameplay that they showed. They really showed a lot of and explained a lot of what you can do. Like everything that you can select, creating your character, then your backstory, and that will change like the interaction and some traits in the. They're going for a lot of RPG elements, like very good system, like type of, I don't know, Witcher type of decision that may change down the line what you do. I love this tree. Like you select a tree. This is a good take on talents. You're not just spending points. So you spend your points and you unlock this, for example, security talent, and then it has ranks. And to unlock those ranks, you don't have to earn anything. You just have to do quests, which I found great idea uh, just to have the ability or to promote going and explore this vast universe. So you can you have missions, and I remember when you had in WoW missions like for your class, like
Yeah, your class specific quests.
those
Those were really, really, really good, and
great.
they stopped doing them. Can't remember which expansion.
PFA.
But they were really they sell you on on your class.
Yeah, so if you choose here a talent, and then you can unlock different ranks of that talent through quests of those, and then at the end of the quest, you get like that reward of the updated talent. It's just a nice reward for doing something that is already fun, that is a mission. That's a good take on it. I love that take on having talent missions to go on, especially in open world. So yeah, it's good. Yeah, I'm not gonna show everything, but this looked great, and I don't know if you have any other
No,
comment.
it looks good. It looks good. I we this is out for September, right?
Yeah, September 6th, 2023.
Yeah, so that's really close. So I want to see how it goes and what the actual end product looks like, because now that's we have come to that. Like we will talk when the game releases.
Yeah, and it should be always like that. So yeah, at least everything that they have shown and designed and done looks great. So you have everyone's attention. They just need to have a clean release, or as
Hmm,
close to a clean release, right? All games
exactly.
have bugs, but as close as a clean release as it can be, and then this will be just a massive success to save the year. Let's move to Ubisoft, man. Just because we don't have a whole time for, there was nothing more like on the Xbox side that was interesting, to be honest. Um, so Ubisoft, they have
Uh,
Avatar for some reason.
they got the IP, and basically this is Far Cry with a skin.
Yeah,
That's what it feels like, and it
and
makes sense. It makes sense.
yeah, and I think that's a good thing. I love Far Cry.
Yeah, you actually play. I never played
Yeah,
Far
I
Cry.
love the Far Cry type of vibe, of open world type of vibe. Uh, Gathering resources and building stuff and improving. Yeah, so it's Far Cry with Avatar, which is good. Nothing more to say about
Oh,
that.
now that I did play Far Cry, but it was a parody of it. Like Far Cry released I can Blood Dragon, I think was the name, and it was bonkers. It was really crazy because the story was like this 80s film parody, and your name was like something like Super Max Steel Agent and all that, and they joke about it, and the bad guy was bad because he was bad. He wanted to conquer the world, but you were the only agent, and it was cool. And it had a really neon vibe. So I did play Far Cry actually,
Yeah,
but this looks good. Like visually, it looks good, and obviously, Ubisoft by this point they know how to do open worlds games.
that's that's true. That's
Yeah,
what they do. Even though,
yeah.
yeah,
Everything is open world with Ubisoft these
everything
days.
is open world, and even though last year, Elden Ring came and kicked their ass at it. But yeah, it's Far Cry. People are gonna enjoy it if you wanna play like that type of. The guy was there.
Jim Cameron, the creator
I guess they use a lot of the assets from the movies because it looks really close to the movie, like the models and the stuff that they show.
Did you can't remember? Did you watch the movie, the last one?
No, the way of the water, no man. I cannot go
Uh,
to cinema anymore.
it's on Disney now. You can watch it.
Yeah, we saw that it's on Disney. We need just to have the time. Yeah, maybe we do it this weekend.
Yeah, no, it's just like the only bad thing about Avatar that I gotta say about it is that I think I understand he took his time for a reason, but I think he took too much time to re-release to release the second movie.
But he did great, money wise. So
Oh no, yeah, that's gonna only give him incentive. Like, okay, now let's take 15 years for the third part.
yeah, I think he announced how long it was gonna be. I think it was close, but yeah. Yeah, so they're explaining here like, okay, you can use bows, you can use guns, you can use melee attack, you can go fly, exploring using. This is all Far Cry, yeah. Gathering resources, materials, doing stuff with them, stealth hunting. Yeah, this is good, and it's beautiful. It's beautiful, like the world. It feels like Pandora, at least. I don't know if you agree, but it really feels like. And it's set December 7th this year, which really surprised me. What's this? What's this, man?
I can. This is.
X Defiant? No, I don't know.
I can't remember anymore. These games, some of them look really close, but I get the feel like this is an Overwatch like game mixed
No, for
with
me,
Call
it's
of
like
Duty.
Yeah, more Call of Duty type of game. Yeah, it's X Defiant. X Defiant.
Yeah, okay. Well, obviously there's a public for the game.
No, FPS is just. I don't know. It's very difficult to stick an FPS because of the PlayStation 5, Xbox.
No, and especially that if you wanna feel good or that you're doing good in these games, you cannot stop playing them. And that's what happened to me. I had a really FPS side on my end, but then I stopped playing them, and you just start sucking at them.
Yeah, it's true. Prince of Persia: The Lost Crown. Again, they show this on the summer games. It looks. I like it, even though Felipe says this is a mobile art.
I know, I like it too. It looks fun and it looks interesting. Like it's gonna be is well, at least that's what it feels. It's going to look. It looks smooth on how you play it.
I heard that people that were able to play it down there were all hyped. Like people that didn't play it and just saw it, most were like divided. Like, oh, I don't know, this
But
is
yeah, but the
crazy.
ones who play
But
it, they
once,
they give really good feedback.
yeah. So it looks like it's gonna be just fan 2D slash and hack and platform type of game, which is just a great combination. And this is a AAA studio, so they can take their time and they have the resources to make it feel good, responsive, engaging, and have RPG genres. And this is January 18, 2024. So it's 6 months. 6 months, right? It's not that far away. Yeah, so they explain their decision. It's good. It's good that they are going. It's good that they are going into this again, like 2D direction, just to give it a try, give it a change up, maybe try new ideas with this formula.
In this cursed land, exploration is everything. This is semi-open world that delivers new secrets.
Semi-open world, which is good. It's what Final Fantasy 16 is doing. What God of War did. It's semi-open world, yeah.
You won't be the only one trapped in Moncaf. Others are more.
Yeah, and it's a AAA, so they can invest in dialogues, acting, animations, cinematics. It's good to see a studio as big as Ubisoft
Fueled by anger, it
going
comes
back
his life
to
on the
like
line,
this.
perform devastating attacks.
Look at those animations. Yeah, it looked great.
Yeah, it looks good. I never understood why people start complaining a little bit when they saw the trailer. It looks overall good, which these days is hard to pull off.
Yeah, I don't know if people rather have like a mediocre 3D game, like copy paste from every other action game, or just have a good 2D take on a love IP. Prince of Persia started like this, and they can do a lot of stuff. Just because you're a 2D game, it doesn't mean like it's gonna be cheap. They can invest in animation, art, cinematics, voice acting, mocap acting, whatever, and just make it very immersive. So it's good. It was good. This was so cringe.
Movie producer. You may know me from the Castlevania animated series on Netflix, my fan fiction shorts.
This is just
Yeah, the guy
To my
has on his back the Castlevania series, but I was like, okay, good for you, man. But I don't get it. And this is just a series that they were trying to
Yeah.
sell on you. Yeah,
Netflix series. Which
I
good.
can't remember the take on what the series was, but
Ubisoft. Mario Mario Rabbids. Sparks of Hope. It's happening. Collaboration there with Nintendo. This is the Crew Motorfest. Another racing. I don't know. This is not our jam, and they spend like a lot of time in there.
yeah. But the thing is that you already have Forza, so
But this is Ubisoft, yeah. I don't know.
yeah, so it's complicated to pull another game next to it. Like they know. So how you gonna enter that market? That's why people don't release a Call of Duty side game. Like, oh, this is the Call of Duty killer. Like, yeah. And Assassin's Creed now it goes VR. Well,
Meta
good
Quest.
for you.
Ah, nobody's playing that Meta Quest. I don't know.
No, and someone mentioned that how you gonna not get dizzy playing Assassin's Creed if you already get dizzy with regular VR and now Assassin's Creed that is supposed to be jumping and juggling between. Now you're gonna actually get sick playing it.
Yeah, and this is the mainline game.
Yeah, one set in China because we were missing China. Now we need Assassin's Creed Russia or something like that.
Yeah, like in the Russian, I don't know,
Fighting birds,
our
and
empire stuff. I don't know. So this is more of the same. I
Getting
think this is
rid
the
of
first one
Stalin.
that you can change between characters. I don't know. I don't know if I missed.
Christian Persia, I still amazed how they keep re-releasing it, and
Now,
it's the FIFA of the.
yeah, not Prison Persia, Assassin's Creed.
Oh,
Now
close.
they go into Outlaws deep dive,
Yeah,
um,
KNX,
which I gotta say that this game took me by surprise with uh, having an open world Star Wars game. I don't know if this is the one where they show in game. Ah, yeah, this is the one they show in game type of gameplay. Let's say. Yeah, this is in game. So, um, yeah, this took me by surprise. This is another take on a Star Wars game, which is good because we already have the other ones, the that just released. I forgot the name.
Jedi Survivor.
Yeah, the Jedi Survivor. So this is more like an action type of game. You are not a Jedi, you're an outlaw. So you are working with the syndicates, which are basically the mafia in the Star Wars universe. And we have the Huts is one of those clans, and you have the Spikes, and you have other clans that they traffic guns, the coke of Star Wars, which is called spice, just as in Doom, I guess. So I think she's an outlaw, and she maybe is gonna mess up with some of the syndicates, as they are called. And yeah, the action, the combat is not like the main focus. Is not like like breathtaking, but it's at least good and different. I don't know what you think about the different type of weapons they are showing, and just covering it.
Yeah, I everything's like lately. I think Star Wars has a brighter future on the video game side because they've been doing good lately, especially with the Jedi Survivor franchise.
Yeah.
It did really well, and this one has like obviously a different take, but that similar vibe. Like we care about Star Wars, So we have this story semi-open world. Don't know yet, but it looks open.
Yeah, it's like semi-open world, as you say. I think yeah, it looks semi-open world.
And that's good because Star Wars, like I found it really
This is
funny
nice.
that I keep finding funny how Star Wars is all over the galaxy. It's not the world, it's the galaxy. So you can do whatever you want.
Yeah, and here you're gonna be, an outlaw. You're gonna be a smuggler. So you're gonna play like with that type of Han Solo character, and you're gonna have your companion, and you're gonna mess up with the wrong people. You have cantina scenes. You have syndicates, bounty hunting. Maybe it's fun to have that type of character and story in the Star Wars game, and it looks good. So Ubisoft has done a good job so far for what they are showing in these presentations. Yeah, happy to see Star Wars doing good in video games. Happy to see.
Did they give any estimate for the release?
I think this is 2024, but they didn't say when. At the end, we can see.
Yeah, but I don't think. Yeah, it's not happening this year, right?
No. This was all. This was
Yeah,
all
I can't remember.
2024. Yeah, it's. I just look up. 2024 is the target year, so I guess they will say. Look, it looks amazing. Looks has its own art, but it's a Star Wars,
You won't make
and yeah, and just the it's the timing and space, the timing history where that they are using is just the best time for most of the Star Wars fans. So all of the Star Wars fans will enjoy playing when the Empire is still on, when um, the rebellion is still forming, and this is not the rebellion, but you are going for an outlaw take on it. So you will face the Empire, and you can just take off, into space, and then go um, into another system, which is great, man. It's great. It's combining two of the most beloved things in Star Wars.
Thanks, I'm working on it.
Yeah, it's great. I don't know.
The music
was-
just slaps.
Yeah, I am happy to be surprised by Ubisoft doing this game, and hopefully they can nail it. This
We
is
made
the
it.
type of video game they should be doing more instead of just releasing
Assassin's Creed.
it all over again. Yeah, yeah, they should be doing this more. And we were talking about this this week, right? Like Star Wars games, they are doing so good, and also they are expanded in terms of the developers. So now Ubisoft has also can use the IP, not only EA, and so we can have different takes on different people trying to do Star Wars. Yeah, coming
Come,
2024.
right. Huh.
Yeah, maybe this is gonna be late 2024. That's most likely. So yeah, great presentation so far. I don't know, any closing thoughts, man?
No, that man, just gotta wait to see these games to actually on the market being released. Hoping for them to don't have a crappy launch or nightmare fuel whatever happens, because you never know. Things keep going wrong on some games that you're not expecting them to crash, to have bugs, to have connection issues and all that. But you can only hope for the best. Don't pre-order any of it. Just
Yeah.
wait for it. Don't incentivize these companies to have your money for the
Before showing.
promise,
Yeah.
for the promise of something good, because we already seen the bad side of it.
See, yeah. So that's our model. Don't pre-order. Don't pre-order any of these, even though they look great. Wait for the launch. Wait for the reviews. People are gonna review it. We have a lot of people. Look for a good reviewer that you trust and that you agree on, at least on your genres. And then if it looks good and it has a good review, then you can buy it, or you can wait for the initial patch to fix some bugs if it has bugs. Most of these games they have a day one patch, just because they know they keep working on it. So yeah, wait for it. It looks great to see Star Wars. This great to see Prince of Persia. So great for Ubisoft. Xbox, I think they have all their eggs in Starfield for this year, and it looks great so far. I love that for Xbox fans. I love that they know what they're getting in 2024, and it's a lot of what they showed in 2024. I don't know what we're getting on PlayStation, man. So yeah, PlayStation needs to do a better job on communicating what's coming down the line, right?
As it is right now, they focus a lot on live services games.
Yeah.
Which is understandable, but not you cannot play many live services game at the same times, because it's impossible and you will go crazy.
Yeah.
But well, they have their Final Fantasy coming
But that's this year, and when Final Fantasy 7, yeah, next year, but it's early.
next year, but like a big game on the horizon for PlayStation exclusive, I think is only for the next year. I don't coming down the line. Final Fantasy 16 is gonna be for everyone, but Nintendo, but Nintendo is Nintendo. They have Tears of the Kingdom, which is already make them rich already. Again, no surprise there. But yeah, that's pretty much all. I know they will come up with something, but they want to find that game. I think their main purpose lately is to find that exclusive live service. I think they're going for that, and well, good for them. But well, if Xbox is gonna keep hitting hard like with what they did with this showcase, there's hope
Yeah.
because this is going to push PlayStation. Okay, we gotta do something. We gotta come up with something.
Yeah, so the Xbox strategy for this showcase was let's show a lot of games that are gonna be all Game Pass day one release, and that are all like almost all first, like I don't know how to say it, like single player, yeah, all single player or co-op, but yeah, they didn't focus on any of the live action or live services, I'm sorry, and they focus a lot of what I call this middle of the pack type of games, right? These are not all, they didn't show all like their AAA. They had their AAA, which was Starfield and Fable, but other than that, all the Microsoft presentation was look of everything that we have coming for Game Pass, and it's gonna be mostly single player or co-op experiences that you don't have to be engaged forever. That was their strategy. While PlayStation Showcase was okay, let's try to stick our live service, and we are just gonna show a Spider-Man for 2023, and nothing for 2024. So yeah, it's very different. I think PlayStation needs to have another showcase or a state of play, something like that, to talk about what's coming 2024, what's their strategy for video games in 2024, because you know, guess Xbox is focusing on obviously on Game Pass, on Game Pass, right? Not all of the games they showed are exclusive to Xbox, but they are a Game Pass. And PlayStation cannot say that, right? PlayStation cannot
Yeah.
say that that all these games are gonna be on PlayStation Plus, right? So Microsoft is competing on the Game Pass, saying, okay, these are all Game Pass. These are not exclusive to Microsoft, but they are Game Pass, almost exclusive because PlayStation doesn't have
Yeah, so if you pay us the subscription, you're gonna get them.
all of them, all of them,
Yeah.
not one, all
Which
of
is
them.
crazy.
Yeah, so they show a lot of games for Game Pass, right? And that's my point. So yeah, we need PlayStation to come up in a couple of months with another presentation and show us, okay, what's gonna come for single players or co-ops for next year, and what's gonna come, what's gonna be our direction with that, right? Even though maybe you're not gonna be able to compete on the PlayStation Plus side with many of these titles and third party games, at least give us a good slate of games to be playing or to be hoping for 2024. We don't know anything for 2024 other than Final Fantasy 7, and a lot of live services. So yeah, close up. Where can people find us, man?
They can find us where in YouTube. They can also find us Spotify. We're working on it. It's a little up. It's not up to date, but it's gonna get to. Well, social media. We got Instagram. We got also TikTok, and recently now you can watch us also live, not only on YouTube but on Kick. Because why not?
That
Because it's
exclusive
free.
deal. 100 million.
$100 million. It's in the making. It's in a work in progress. But we're gonna get our chart of the pie in some degree at least. But yeah, we're trying out this new take since we already have this video format and all that. And so why not at the same time stream it? So we found the way to, and we'll see how it goes. So you can also find us on Kick, like we can kick you on the ground.
Geek. Geek. Yeah. So see you next week. Peace.
Take care.